You're probably wondering why even switch to a face derazer? If we're gonna be totally honest with you, we were really excited about using a safety razor, but it was a little intimidating at first, and we were texting each other a bunch about how scared we were to use it.
So keep watching this video to find out how we overcame our fear of using the safety razor and how it actually ended up being the best shave that we've ever had, and still we use the safety razor all the time. Today in this video, we have 7 tips for you about using a safety razor that we've learned from YouTube videos and blogs, and also just our own experiences. So we're gonna share those right now.
But wait, you're probably even wondering why make the switch to a safety razor? What's the point? Well, we have a blog post from our friends at Well Kept that we'll link below for you, and we'll share on our blog as well.
Yeah, and this is all about the environmental impacts of switching to something as simple as a safety razor. One fact that we wanted to let you know is that if everyone just here in Vancouver threw out one razor cartridge from, say, Venus each week, this would take up almost 2,500 tons of garbage, and that's approximately like 350 garbage trucks full of razors. So that's a
pretty damn good reason. That is a damn good reason to make the switch.
So step 1 is taking your time, and this is kind of like a pre-shave thing that you want to do. I always say the first time that you're going to do this, do it in the bath. That way you can actually create a really nice relaxing experience. You can put some salts in the bath, make sure your bath is nice and warm, and just take your time. The first time I did this, I think I set aside about 40 minutes to shave, shave my legs and my armpits. It's a long time. Yeah. Now I can do it in probably 7. Yeah. So, you know, it did take a little while to get there, and I think I got a few like nicks on my knees and that kind of thing, but you do shaving, right? So it takes a little bit, but first step is to relax.
Step 2 is steam and exfoliate. So if you're even in the shower, save your shave until the end of the shower, or do it after soaking in the bath for a while. This provides a much longer lasting shave. The skin is warm, the hairs, let's just say on your legs, are a little bit softer. And then also by exfoliating, if you just have an exfoliating glove or a scrub, that's gonna just help to exfoliate some of that dead skin off, and then also offer a softer shave and softer finish post-shave.
Step 3 is using either an oil or a soap. And so we personally really like using the Pep Soaps because they actually are oil-based. And so using either a shave oil or a soap is really gonna help lubricate the hairs and obviously just give you a really nice clean shave. I don't know if anyone has ever shaved without a soap or an oil, but it's not the most comfortable thing ever. So absolutely use a soap. And one of the things that I actually learned from a YouTube video is really getting a nice lather and getting quite a lot of soap on your leg, and then just turning the tap off so you're not running all of the water and then taking off all of the soap. You want to keep all of that lather on your leg, and that's really going to help with the safety razor.
An additional tip to this, just make sure you rinse your hands after applying a soap or an oil so that you can get a good grip on your razor.
Yeah, smart. Have you had a chance to try a safety razor yet? Or maybe you're not quite sure about it. Let us know your experience by commenting below.
Step 4 is don't apply pressure. This is a brass razor, so this actually has a really nice weight to it. All you have to do is just I'm not gonna actually do it, but I haven't soaped or steamed or exfoliated. But really you just rest the razor right on your skin, and Well Kept, they recommend holding it at a 30-degree angle, and then you can just drag it across. The weight of the razor will totally make it just does it itself. You don't have to apply any pressure at all.
Something that I do is I actually go like this straight up, and then I start tipping it until about 30 degrees, and then I start,
The blades are super sharp.
And then I start pulling down. So yeah, the weight of the razor really, really helps. And that's kind of the biggest thing when you're transitioning over from something like a disposable razor or a Venus, Gillette, whatever. That's the biggest learning curve, is learning how to use the weight of the razor properly.
And this curve actually will help with where you place and how you drag and lift the razor. Step 5 is going with or shaving with the grain of the hair. And what that means is shaving in the direction that the hair is growing. So for guys, you know, their beard hair generally grows downwards, so they would start shaving downwards. And then same on the legs, shave in the direction that the leg hair is growing. And even in the armpit as well, if you're going for the armpit, start going with the grain first. And then once you start getting more comfortable with it, you can do your first swipe with the grain and then second swipe against the grain. And that again is post steam and exfoliation and a good lather. And it's just getting to know how to use the razor and when you're going with the grain and against the grain.
And you'll definitely notice that you'll get a closer shave when you go against the grain, but that's like step 2 or try 2.
Yeah, and it'll be a much longer lasting shave. And the whole reason of going with the grain first is just to prevent irritation and razor burn, especially on the bikini line too, if you're using it for that.
And it is possible to use this on the bikini line, and it's pretty amazing, I have to say.
Yeah, it's good.
Step 6 is keeping your razor clean. So it's really important to clean your razor every couple of shaves. I definitely don't clean mine every single time. You probably don't either. We don't have time for that. But it is really important to take this apart and clean it every so often. Some people find that they're just changing their razors more often, so they don't necessarily have to go in and clean it. But what you will notice is when you are shaving with this, it will get a buildup of hair, especially if you are using a shaving oil. I find that it tends to build up a little bit in the razor. So all I do is hold it under the shower and the water will just kind of take all that hair and gunk out. But keeping this really clean, giving it a really nice scrub every couple shaves is really important. And it's also just gonna help your razor last longer and perform better for longer. And these guys do last a very, very, very long time. I can't even see this.
The actual handle?
The actual handle, it'll last forever, yeah.
Step 7 is keep your razor sharp. And again, the importance of this is to avoid any irritation or razor burn. There are some blades that you can purchase separately that are easily replaceable. So everybody's a little bit different. It depends on the coarseness of your hair, how often you're shaving, but just keeping track of your razor and how often you're using it and then replacing it with a nice sharp blade. You can actually collect these in a little tin and they are recyclable after you're finished using them.
I find that I have to change mine about every 7 to 8 shaves. What about you? You last a little longer.
I can go a lot longer. I don't have a lot of hair on my body.
So again, it totally depends on the person and their hair.
If you're into trying another great low-waste option for skincare, check out our How to Use a Konjac Sponge video. Are you ready to make the switch to healthier beauty products? We're constantly curating our online shop with our favorite natural beauty products. We feel confident that you will love everything we have in the store. Visit thegreenbeautycollective.com to have a look for yourself.
So we can all agree that there is a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to using a safety razor, but we absolutely think it was one of the best transitions that we've made. And we know that keeping all of those plastic disposable razors and cartridge heads out of the landfill is a really, really good thing. So we absolutely recommend trying this out.
I think we both agree that switching over to a safety razor has definitely given us the best shave that we ever had, and it's definitely worth giving it a try, and of course for the environment as well. Do you want to learn more and engage with people just like you? We have an amazing online community called the Green Beauty Community. This is your opportunity to be a part of a group that discusses natural products, techniques, and for you to ask any burning questions you may have or advice that you may need. You can find the link to the page in the description bar below.
If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, let us know by liking it, commenting below, or sharing it with your friends, family, or fellow natural beauty lovers. By sharing our videos, this really helps spread education around and helps us grow as a channel, so we really appreciate it.
And as usual, we will see you on Tuesday.